People First podcast is also centered by people with learning disabilities for our friend and community. We talk about issues that are important to us and interview directing people to find out new information. This is our way to make a difference and have our voices heard.
Hello and welcome to the People First podcast. Today we have a guest from the North Yorkshire Police to talk to us about the police and to look at our Safer Streets project with us. Welcome to the show. Could you introduce yourself and explain what your job is, please?
So my name is Justin Piercy. I'm a police community support officer and I work for North Yorkshire Police, and I work on the hate crime team, but I also run a scheme called We Care across North Yorkshire, which is there to help people who might be disabled or might have a vulnerability in somewhere. Today I'm across here in West Yorkshire, and the reason for that is because I've come to visit People First Keighley and Craven to talk about the North Yorkshire Police We Care scheme, and that's because these guys do a lot of work also in North Yorkshire, but we also do some very similar work in the ways that we want to help people in the future, and some of the projects that we can work together on.
Why did you want to become officer?
So why did I want to start working for the police? Well, that's an interesting question. I've always been interested in it since being a little kid. I've always liked helping people, and it was always my dream to be a soldier. So I joined the army at 16, and I did 5 years in the army, and I got the chance to help a lot of different people doing that job. And then I did a couple of other different jobs, but I was always interested in joining the police since I was a child. So 18 years ago, I joined North Yorkshire Police, and I found it so interesting. I'm still working for them now, and hopefully I can do another 18 years.
What is the difference between a community support officer and a police officer?
So that's a very good question. We do a lot of the same stuff, but then also a lot of different stuff. So if anything happens out on the street, say if there was a car crash or there'd been a burglary or somebody was lost and they needed help or we needed to find them, then we would all do that, whether you're a police community support officer or a police officer. So we spend a lot of time working together, but police officers quite often respond to 999 incidents, and so they'll be flying around at high speed in their police cars with the blue lights on, and we don't do that. So we walk around the streets, or sometimes we cycle, sometimes we might be driving cars, but not with blue lights on. And we do a lot of work within communities, so we spend a lot of time in people's houses talking to them, and in community centres and schools, and we do policing in that way. So sometimes we spend weeks and months helping people with something long term.
What kind of different situations do the police respond to?
Well, I think the best answer to that would be if you turn your television on and find one of the police programmes, the many of them, like Police Interceptors or 999 or whatever you call it, you can see them doing all sorts of different things. But we take calls for loads and loads of different things every day, and some of it's police related and some of it isn't, but it's always our job to go to it and find out what's going on. So we deal with all the serious things like, say, burglaries, and like I said before.
I saw on TV about the Liverpool thing.
Yeah.
And that made me think about a lot.
Yeah.
How you help people like that.
That's it.
As well.
Exactly. We help people in many different ways.
But don't you have to push people out of the way and stuff like that?
We do sometimes, yeah. We do sometimes have to push people about or arrest them and put handcuffs on. Or sometimes we have to use the spray to get people away from us. But we only do that if we really have to. It isn't like we enjoy doing that. Obviously, we don't want to hurt anybody, but we're all really highly trained.
Have you ever been in that situation?
I've been in that situation, yes, quite a few times, yeah. And we all have to have lots of training to be able to do that, so that we don't hurt the people that we're arresting, and so so that they don't hurt us. Yeah. So sometimes you might see 4 police officers on top of one person.
Yeah.
And people say, "Oh, that's terrible," but it's only because we're trying to stop them hurting themselves or hurting us. That's all.
How do the different forces work together? Do you share information about the people you deal with? You might need support.
Well, that's another good question. So sometimes something might happen or somebody might need help, and just North Yorkshire Police can deal with that. But then sometimes it might be that we do work with other police forces, yeah? So when one good example is when the Olympics was on in London, the police forces all around the country sent lots and lots of officers to make sure that everybody in London was safe and behaved themselves while the Olympics was on.
Could you explain the card you have shown us today?
So the We Care cards that I've shown you today, so they are part of the We Care scheme that North Yorkshire Police run to assist people to be safer, and so that we can help them better. And the way the card works is, so it says, "I need help" on the card, and on the back of the card are 3 spaces so that you can put details in of your next of kin, so like family or friends. And then what you can do with the card, if you're carrying it, if you need help at any point while you're out and about, you can show that to somebody, say in a shop or a bus driver or to a police officer, and they will know that you need help, and they'll know that North Yorkshire Police have information about you that can allow us to help you in a better way and much quicker.
Do organisations actually advertise in the windows that they take, that they deal with the We Care cards?
No, we do have something in North Yorkshire called Safe Places. So there are nominated safe places where people know they can go, but that's not a part of We Care. We've designed We Care in such a way that you can go and ask for help from anybody, so you don't have to go to a specific place. You could just hand that card to anybody and get help. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for keeping safe on the streets?
Yeah, I mean, lots of advice. I suppose that's a big question, really, because there are lots of different ways you can keep yourself safe. I was really interested that when I turned up today, you guys showed me a little bit of, it looked like a card, but it folded out, and it had lots of pictures and writing on there, and that told you lots of different ways that you can keep safe. So if you guys were to read that and have a quick look at it before you went out, that would ensure that you've got safety in mind when you're out and about. And you always know that if you are out and about and you don't feel safe, or you're involved in an incident, or you get lost, then you always know that you can phone the police for help, and we'll help you anyway. And that's if you say you might phone a family or a friend first, but if they can't help you, or you think the police need to be involved, then that's why we're there on the end of the telephone to help you.
What can we do as a community to help keep the streets safe for everyone?
Oh, that's a very good question. What can you do to help keep the community safe? Well, I mean, today is a good example. I've come right across from North Yorkshire to West Yorkshire to try and understand what you guys do to help yourselves. We do it in our way, and lots of different counties and lots of different police forces do it in different ways, but we can all learn from each other. So by me coming and speaking to you guys today, I have already learnt so much, and I've discussed with some of your staff how we can work together in the future to make all the streets safer everywhere, and to make the police forces more knowledgeable, so that we can help a lot more, a more diverse range of people, so that we understand how to help people better. So that's one way that you've already helped us.
Is there any accessible, easy read information from the police available for people needed.
Thank you. That's another good question. So, yeah, we do have some information that is in easy read, but I think we can do a lot better and increase the amount of information that we've got in easy read. So, one example, which we did speak about earlier on, is unfortunately some people get arrested and we have to take them into our police station into custody, and sometimes they might not understand everything that they're being told or asked, so they're given leaflets that are in easy read, so that helps them to understand what's going on and what's going to happen to them, and it means if they need to ask for help or for more information, they know how to do it. But We Care, the scheme that we run, that's part of what we do. So we have signed up to an easy read package on the internet, and we're hoping to convert a lot of our leaflets and information that we give out into easy read so that people can understand the information better.
How do members of the public give feedback to the police?
Wow, I've got so many good questions today. That's a very good one. So we obviously help people in lots of different ways, and we get feedback in lots of different ways. So when somebody from the police goes out to help somebody, everything we do is written down on the police computers and recorded when we come back, and it's our duty to ask people.
You looked at me when you said that from earlier.
No, I'm not saying you're a baddie.
Might be.
So it's part of our duty that to ask people how they feel when they've been either dealt with by the police or when they've been helped by the police. And we also have police staff that phone people up maybe a week or two after they've had help to ask them how it was and to see if there's anything we can improve upon. And we also have a group called an IAG, which is made up of people from all different communities, and every so often the police meet with those people, and then people have knowledge about lots of different things. And when we are planning on improving some of the work we do, or maybe design a new scheme or bring in new paperwork, we run it past these people and we ask them what their opinions are, and we get a lot of good information back. So by working together, we can increase the quality of our work in a lot of different ways.
You guys have guard dogs, don't you?
Yeah, the police do use dogs, yeah.
But do you use them when do you use them on people? Or is that when you get trained?
Yeah, so we have a lot of different specialist departments within the police. So we've obviously got, firearms, and we've got dogs, and in West Yorkshire they've got horses, and they use helicopters, don't they? So police that want to go and do that, they have to have lots and lots of special training. And if they're going to be a police dog handler, they get given a dog, and that dog stays with them. So sometimes we have a lot of different types of dogs. So sometimes some of the bigger dogs are used to chase criminals if one was escaping, or because dogs have got very good sense of smell. That's it. So they can follow people's scents. So if somebody's ran off and hid in the bushes, the dogs can find them. And we've got dogs that can find drugs and money and all sorts. Yeah, they're very clever, aren't they, them dogs?
No, I've seen it on TV and I wondered if you did do sort of that.
It's not something I've ever done, because that's not my job, but I do know I've got lots of friends in the police that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the future look like for North Yorkshire, please?
What does the future look like? Wow. You've really thought about these questions. Well, probably my boss would be better to answer that, to be honest, because he knows what the future looks like, because he's the one that designs the way that we're going to work in the future, I suppose, or a lot of my different bosses who all work together. But the police is always the same in one way. We're always there to provide the same service and to help anybody that needs it. But we one of the main things that we always have to do is we have to move forward in terms of our knowledge. We always have to know more about everything because there's always something new to know. And if we're going to help people properly, we have to learn as fast as we possibly can. So we have to learn how the criminals work, and we have to increase our technology and our cars and different ways we work. And we have to be constantly trained. We have training all the time on a lot of different subjects. But again, me visiting you guys today is a perfect example of what the future looks like, because for the police to help a wider range of people from more diverse communities, we have to go out and meet people from those communities like yourselves, and you guys are the experts in what I need to know. So what better way for me to learn and for North Yorkshire Police to learn than to come and speak to you guys, and then I'll go back to my police station and I'll talk to my colleagues and my bosses and I'll tell them what I've learned so that they can learn from you as well, even though they're not here today.
But you said earlier, didn't you, last 5 years, you were working with people with learning disabilities. It's come a long way and it's getting better all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I set off on a journey a few years ago to find out more about people with learning disabilities, because even though the police care about everybody, it's impossible to know everything about everybody and everybody's different needs. So I set out on a journey to come out and meet as many different people and visit as many different groups and communities as I possibly can. And then, as I say, I go back to North Yorkshire Police, and hopefully everybody can learn from me, from the information I've learned from you guys, yeah.
Have you ever had a police person who you didn't like working with?
Ooh, I can't answer that.
Or have you worked with someone in that category?
Well, I'm very lucky that a lot of people that join the police, they join because they like to help people. So it means that it's just full of nice people, okay? But I'll be honest, it doesn't matter what job you do in the world. There are some people that you get on with really well and some people that you don't get on with quite as well, because we're all humans, aren't we? And we're all different. And that's why you have certain friends in your friendship groups, and you might not have certain people in those friendship groups because you don't get along with them as well. Because we're all different, and we all go around and do different things in different ways, don't we? And the police are no different.
So, like, your clique will...
Yeah. The thing is, in the police, we have to work.
If you don't ask...
Do you know what? I don't mind answering that question at all. In the police, we work as one big team because we have to. And sometimes yeah, exactly, just like you guys.
It's a happy family.
Exactly. And we are one big family because we have to be, because we do a very difficult job. And it doesn't matter who you get on with and who you don't get on with. When we go to work, we all work together because we have to. That's how it should be. But then, quite naturally, I have met lots of people over the years in the police who have become really good friends outside of work. And we might go off and have days out together. And I've joined mountain biking groups and we've gone off into the forest biking on our mountain bikes. And that's the great thing about the police. You get to meet a lot of different people and make new friends.
I suppose with the police you've got to get on because you've got to look after each other and have each
Exactly,
other's
yeah.
back.
If we didn't get
You're doing
on...
a dangerous job, aren't you?
Yeah, we are doing a dangerous job, and so we have to work together. We don't have a choice, yeah.
What is your favourite part of your job?
What is the favourite part of my job? Well, yeah, I think you do know it, yeah. Well, the first thing I'll say is I feel very, very lucky to do this job. And I go to work happy every day, and I go home happy every day. And I think you've got a good job when you can say that, because some people don't like their jobs. But my absolute favourite part of the job, and I'm not just saying this because I'm here, is going out all over North Yorkshire, and today I'm in West Yorkshire, to meet people like yourselves.
And meeting new people.
Yeah, meeting new people, learning new things, and increasing my knowledge. That makes me a better person. It makes me a better PCSO, and also I make new friends everywhere I go, like I have today. Yeah, it increases your confidence. Of course it does, yeah. Yeah.
That's all the time we have for today. A big thank you to Justin for joining us on the show today. You have shared some really important information and showed us the We Care card in the office today. Do you have anything else do you like to add before we end the show?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I would just like to say thank you very much for inviting me here today. I've had an absolutely great time. It's the first time that I've ever been on a podcast, and that it's been really interesting learning how you guys put a podcast together. And I feel really grateful to meet you all. Thanks very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
For
Thank you.
being here.
Thank you.
Remember to comment, like and share on Facebook, Instagram and X. You can find us by searching for People First Podcast. Thank you for listening and we'll see you soon next time.